So the reason I stopped you, multiple unsafe lane changes, no turn signal.
Oh, that's a
Your
lot.
tag is also suspended for no insurance. So your vehicle will be towed today.
Oh, that's awesome.
Gosh, you're an upbeat lady.
Yeah.
Good.
So you want to step out?
No, I'm gonna wait. Your person comes. And he's talking about he wants to take my car.
I'm going to pull around and we're going to detain her.
First of all, you're not gonna pull me out because I said I'll wait. Don't touch
Listen.
me. I said I'll wait.
Listen,
This will not end well.
I give you every
Move out the way.
opportunity.
Move out
I
the
give
way.
you every opportunity.
And I stated to you, I'm gonna wait till your friends come. Don't touch me, and
Get
I'll
out of the
get
car.
out.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
This video was intended to inform and educate the public.
Delaware is now under investigation to see if officers used unnecessary force. This happened in Bear on Saturday, and part of the video appears to show officers punching the woman.
Police are now releasing all of the officers' body cam footage so you can see it for yourself.
All up on my titty. Get off.
Now that's a kitty.
Welcome everybody, and thanks for tuning in to this video episode of the Junkyard News. And in this video, we're going to be briefly discussing a traffic stop in Delaware and police body cam footage that seems to show police forcefully arresting a woman and the force used after they got her out of the vehicle. Now, amid an investigation into the Newcastle County, Delaware traffic stop, where police can be seen struggling to pull a woman out of the car to arrest her and putting her on the ground, police have released police-worn body camera footage of the arrest. Now, the incident happened after the driver, who was not identified by police, pulled over into a parking lot during a traffic stop. Now, the body camera footage shows the officer approach the car while telling the woman to step out of the car, and a conversation between the officer and the driver occurs.
So the reason I stopped you, multiple unsafe lane changes, no turn signal.
Oh, that's a
Your
lot.
tag is also suspended for no insurance. So your vehicle will be towed today.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
So you want to step out?
No, I'm gonna wait. Your person comes. And he's talking about he wants to take my car.
I'm going to pull around and we're going to detain her.
First of all, you're not gonna pull me out because I said I'll wait. Don't touch
Listen.
me. I said I'll wait.
Listen, I give you
Move
every
out the way.
opportunity.
Move out
I
the
give
way.
you every opportunity.
And I stated to you, I'm gonna wait till your friends come.
Where she asked why she was pulled over. Now, after the officer gives her some reasons for the traffic stop, the woman tries to no avail to have Siri call her attorney while the car door is open, and then explains, "I'm not going to do anything to hurt you, officer, so please calm down." And the officer claims that when my backup officers get here, I'm going to pull you out and put you in handcuffs. Now, although the woman did refuse to step out of the car for the officer, she did say, and it's shown on body camera, that she will get out once the officer's backup arrives. And it seems to me she does not feel safe getting out of the car with just one male officer. And this department does have several female police officers. And when backup does eventually arrive, she is more than willing to get out of the car. She does ask the officer to step back so she can get out of the car, but as we often see, the officer wants to stay the one in control of the situation and control the suspect. Now, they could just encircle the side of the car to make sure she couldn't flee and allow her to step out on her own accord, and then have one of the female officers put her in handcuffs to detain her, search her, whatever they're going to do. But that does not happen. As she attempts to finally get out of the car, the male officer grabs her and they try to forcefully pull her, handcuff her. They end up throwing her to the ground. And here's the thing. When they put the woman on the ground, she does resist being handcuffed. It almost seems like it's a game to her. Now, the interesting point, though, is when the officers put her on the ground, her body ended up being on the foot of one of the officers. And that must have been kind of uncomfortable for him. But instead of pulling his foot out from under the body of the suspect, he decides to keep it there as the officers are restraining her from moving, or attempting to restrain her from moving. The officer is repeatedly heard saying, "Get off my foot, let go of my foot, let go of my foot." Well, pull your foot out. Why are you keeping your foot under the body of the suspect who your other officers are holding on the ground? But it is him claiming and yelling, "Get off my foot, let go of my foot, let go of my foot," that causes two other officers that arrive hearing that to immediately going to throwing blows and attacking this woman with fists, yelling, "Let go of the officer's foot, let go of his foot," when it's his own choice to keep the foot under the suspect. He could have just taken his foot out from under the suspect.
I give you every
and I
opportunity.
stated to you, I'm gonna wait till your friends come. Don't touch me, and I'll get out.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. I'm not moving.
Shut up, bitch. Move.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. She's got my foot. Let go of my foot. Let go of my foot.
Get off his foot. Get the off his foot. Get off. Get off.
Not to mention the officers that have their hands on her while she's on the ground could have easily just rolled her body up off the officer's foot. But no. If I keep my foot under her and keep yelling, let go of my foot, that's going to justify any use of force in their minds. And that's what they did. They decided to use force on this woman. And that is what's being investigated.
Delaware is now under investigation to see if officers used unnecessary force. This happened in Bear on Saturday, and part of the video appears to show officers punching the woman.
Y'all can't do that to women, bro.
This was the video posted to various social media sites, and Newcastle County Police will use this in their investigation. Police say an officer spotted a car committing traffic violations and then also had a suspended registration due to lack of insurance. Police say the driver didn't immediately pull over and began yelling obscenities at the officer when she did finally back into a spot at the Royal Farms on Pulaski Highway in Bear. When the officer tried to explain why she had to get out of her vehicle, she did not comply.
I'm having fun with you in court, baby. We're gonna have a day.
The driver was making fun of the officers, but they seemed to keep their cool. But things turned chaotic when they had to pull her from the car, and she apparently rolled onto an officer's foot and refused to stop resisting.
Officers did do everything they could to bargain with her as much as they could, and she just refused. This officer was professional, but he did not use any profanity. I don't see anything that says it was because of her race or gender. I don't see anything like that. She chose the path that it went.
Corey Jones was a police officer for decades.
Oh, there's a big surprise. That's an incredible. I think I'm going to have a heart attack and die from that surprise.
And now runs Safety Man Consulting. He watched the interaction from all of the angles and says it appears to him the traffic stop was justified and legally she had to get out of the vehicle. He believes officers did everything by the book. He says the driver could have made this much easier on herself if she simply complied as she was legally required to do.
I might have expected you to say that.
Comply on the street, and if you feel that your interaction with law enforcement was unjustified, record it and report it at a later time after the situation, when you're calm, when you're safe.
The woman is facing a number of charges, and Newcastle County Police and the Attorney General's office are reviewing the case to be sure the officers did in fact act appropriately. Now, in the last hour, the woman's lawyer called me to say there was zero justification for the officers to repeatedly punch her in the head like that.
But as we all know, when police investigate themselves, most of the time they find they didn't violate any of our policies. So we investigated ourselves and we found no wrongdoing. My problem with this video is, sure, this woman seems a little snarky, seems a little condescending, seems like this is all a big game to her. Some may even call her a Karen. But what would have been the issue? And would it have been really that hard for these officers to just step back and encircle that side of the car like a half moon? There were plenty of cops there just to stop her from possibly running. Because they're going to claim that's the issue. You know, we didn't want to step back because what if she tried to run away? They could have easily let her get out of the car calmly and had one of the female officers go up and ask her to put her hands behind her back and handcuff her. But no, as soon as they yanked her out of the car, it all just went crazy. Because they want to be the ones controlling you. They are the ones that want to escalate situations to where they can use force. You're going to disrespect me? Well, this is what's going to happen to you. At least that's my take on it. You tell me in the comments what's your take on it. So the main issue I have here is it's obvious the officer could have just moved his foot out from underneath the suspect that was being held in place by other officers. But by him yelling, again, get off my foot, let go of my foot, let go of my foot, it prompts other officers and gives them a green light. All right, it's party time. And they start wailing on her. Is all that really necessary? Do you really have to dominate a suspect on a traffic stop so much that you can't simply just give a little slack and say, okay, I'll step back, come on out of the vehicle, and let's take care of the situation. Stay calm, collective, and just give a little ground. But you have to remember, cops are the hammer, and everyone they come in contact with and every person out there they see looks like a nail to them. Thank you again for tuning in to this episode of the Junkyard News. Be careful, people, or one of these videos we could be talking about you in the next one. Thanks again.
Videos uploaded by the Junkyard News are helped in part by viewers just like you. You can show your support for this channel by clicking the thumbs up, sharing our videos, or hitting that all-important support button on our channel page. Don't want to miss a video or a story? Make sure to check us out and like us on Facebook at The Junkyard News.